How to catch tarpon in the Florida Keys. Today, we're going to be talking about one of the most sought-after game fish in the world, the tarpon. We're here in the beautiful Florida Keys, where tarpon fishing is at its finest. We'll be giving you all the tips and tricks you need to catch these elusive fish. First off, let's talk about the gear you'll need for tarpon fishing. Tarpon are big fish, so you'll want a strong rod and reel. A rod with a heavy power rating and a fast action is ideal, as it will allow you to cast heavy lures and fight the fish effectively. A reel with a high line capacity and a strong drag system is also essential. You'll want to spool your reel with at least 30-pound test line, but 40 to 50 pound is better. Now, let's talk about the lures you'll need to catch tarpon. Tarpon are known to hit a variety of lures, but some of the most popular include topwater plugs, jigs, and soft plastics. One of my favorite lures for tarpon is the DOA baitbuster. This lure mimics the movement of a live baitfish and is deadly when fished around structure like bridges or docks. Once you have your gear and lures ready, it's time to hit the water. When fishing for tarpon in the Florida Keys, one of the best places to start is around the bridges that connect the islands. These bridges offer a lot of structure for tarpon to hide in and feed around. Look for areas with good water movement, such as tide rips or eddies, as these are often productive areas for tarpon. When casting for tarpon, you want to place your lure as close to the structure as possible. Tarpon will often hide in the shadows of the bridge pilings, waiting for baitfish to swim by. By casting your lure close to the pilings, you increase your chances of getting a bite. When retrieving your lure, vary your retrieve speed and action until you find what the fish are interested in. Often, a slow, steady retrieve will work best, but it pays to experiment with different retrieves until you find what works. Once you get a bite from a tarpon, the real challenge begins. Tarpon are known for their acrobatic leaps and strong runs, so you'll need to be prepared for a fight. Keep your rod tip up and your drag set tight, but not too tight that it breaks your line. Use the power of your rod and reel to wear the fish down, but be patient. Tarpon are notoriously tough fish and can fight for hours before being brought to the boat. Finally, once you've landed a tarpon, it's important to handle it carefully. These fish are an important game fish in the Florida Keys, and we want to ensure they are released unharmed to fight another day. Avoid touching the fish's gills or eyes, as this can harm them. Instead, use a pair of pliers or a de-hooker to remove the hook, and support the fish's body when releasing it back into the water. Well, there you have it, folks. With the right gear, techniques and strategies, and a little bit of patience, you too can catch tarpon in the Florida Keys. Remember to be respectful of these incredible game fish and the environment in which they live. Always practice catch and release and follow local regulations to ensure the future of tarpon fishing in the Florida Keys. If you're new to tarpon fishing, it can be helpful to hire a local guide. They know the area well and can provide valuable insight into the best spots and techniques for catching tarpon. Plus, they can offer expert advice on gear and tackle, as well as help you with the technical aspects of fighting these powerful fish. Another useful tip is to pay attention to the tides and moon phases. Tarpon tend to be more active during certain tides, so it can be helpful to plan your fishing trip around these times. Additionally, tarpon often feed more actively during a full or new moon, so this can be a good time to target them. In terms of bait, live bait is often the most effective for tarpon. Pinfish, crabs, and shrimp are all good options. However, if you prefer to use lures, try using brightly colored lures that mimic the look and movement of live baitfish. Tarpon are known for their keen eyesight, so having a realistic looking lure can make all the difference. When fishing for tarpon, it's also important to be patient. These fish can be unpredictable, and it may take some time to get a bite. Don't be discouraged if you don't catch anything right away. Keep casting and trying different techniques until you find what works. In summary, catching tarpon in the Florida Keys requires a combination of the right gear, techniques, and strategies, as well as a little bit of patience. By following the tips and tricks outlined in this video, you'll be well on your way to landing these elusive and exciting game fish. So grab your gear, hit the water, and get ready for an unforgettable fishing adventure.